Right, how we doing, folks? I've I was going to do a live today, but I don't want to. Yeah, ended up back down the doctors. Now I've got steroids and antibiotics, so that's all great fun. Um, so Wedge has been back. Now you're gonna have to excuse this. It's got no clown music on it. I've just been messing around. I'm going to be messing around with a few different sort of like editing software packages. So I'm sort of giving them a trial to see which one I prefer to actually purchase. So I think this one's with Filmora. And it's got a watermark on it. But to be honest, we all know what Wedge's ugly mug looks like, and sadly, you can still see through it. So let's jump in. Um, I hope that this is gonna come out all right, but it's all
Hello.
new.
You introduce him, Al.
How you doing, Al, mate?
I'm really good, thanks, Al. Yeah, how's everything?
Yeah, Kath's been really, really bad, mate. She's had aspirational pneumonia. We're going to do a bit later on in the show about a care home, and I want to use that with something that's happened with Kathy, because like we were just talking about duty of care, and something on the same lines as duty of care within your profession that you used to work in, and what you had to go to, and what the regulations and so on. At the end of the day, it falls into the remit we all sort of touch on sometimes, and it seems to be something that a lot of people are tending to use.
So we've got Alan Merritt here. We've got some other bloke. I haven't even looked up who he is. And we've got John Wedger. Now we all knew this was coming around. It is the grifting season, and he hasn't said when his podcast is going to be coming out, but I'm going to imagine it's going to be over the long weekend. I don't know, just because there's more people around. We also know that he's been popping up on Facebook again. You know, putting pictures of himself up there swimming around it. Well, just about to swim around in the lake in his bid to get fit and, I don't know, go on a walk for Darren or whoever, whatever it is. I mean, hopefully Darren will get the money. I mean, we certainly don't know where any of the other, well, a very tiny percentage of the other money that he's grifted over the years, we know where it went, but we've never known where the rest went. Apart from we did, didn't we? Raising his profile. So he's back again. Let's see. Let's see. Now, I've not listened to all of this. If he starts talking sick stuff, then I'm going to skip it or I'll end it because I'm really, we've heard it all before. But here he is. He's back. I guess we're going to have this to look forward to again. Yippity doo.
More often nowadays, and finding who is responsible for that duty of care.
Well, the problem we get now that more and more things are privatised, the tenders go out to companies and they get employees in that are on a minimum wage. So the money is out there. The government is outsourcing a lot of stuff, but the staff that they're bringing in, it's the sharks that get hold of the contracts. And then, with kids, especially those that need a lot of care, there's always going to be a lot of goodwill around kids. I know the abuse goes on, but there'll be goodwill. But when they become adults and they end up in residential homes, the goodwill's run out. And especially when
That's not true. That's not true. He's just sort of disrespected the whole of the adult care industry there. There are many, many people, whether they're on a high or a low wage, that deeply, deeply care for the people that they're looking after. Like everything, it's always been a matter of funding. Um, and yeah, we've seen all the horrible things that have happened in care homes over the years. But they are the minority. They are the minority, and these people that are working in homes, residential homes, my God, do they work harder than most of us ever will.
dealing with infirm people and disabled people, they're not active, so they're inherently going to put on weight, get heavy. They're going to need, the basics of going to the toilet and things like that. When people can be difficult, and especially if they end up with mental health problems, the patience runs out, and the goodwill was gone. And they put so much on this care and stuff, and some are untrained, or there might be problems at home, and then it all goes out the window, and then the frustration gets taken out on the poor patient, or especially if someone is sick and they're non-verbal. It's not going to end well. But we're seeing more and more of this. But again, you try and get hold of any company now, those responsible, you can't. You ring up, you can't get through to anyone. I mean, I applied for a job the other week, and there was something wrong with this system where I had to do all my aptitude tests, and I couldn't get on, and I couldn't ring anyone. When you run through that, years ago, you would get through to the central desk, and they'd know the people and put you through. And if you don't know the system, and especially if you've come from the care system or the prison system, you've got a high level of illiteracy, it baffles people. They don't know where to go, and that leads to frustration. I mean, we had a situation the other week. I can't go too much into it, but we helped someone out who was in a lot of trouble, and this lad, it was something that I got together a team of professionals. I got together a therapist, and I got together a barrister to help this person, all through goodwill. And this lad, it just lost the plot because life had got too much for him. And he had a meltdown, and he'd gone back to being the trauma-beaten teenager that he was. So he was no longer responsible, rational thinking adult. And all it needed was someone to step in. I advocated for him. We managed to turn around, which potentially could have been a very monumentally drastic situation involving social services, the care system, and we managed to turn it around and get this lad the help that he needed. But unfortunately, this this duty of care isn't there anymore. It's not, and there's no accountability, and this is what happens with privatisation. And it's going to go more and more that way. And there's not much we can do about it.
So what are you doing, John? I mean, I know you. What I did fall on, I saw something by Joe Ward, and it was all about systemic abuse.
Yep.
But I don't know if that was an old thing that you did, or if it's a new thing you've done, because it was just sent to me earlier. I had a chance to listen to it all, but I was listening to Joe to start off with.
So why? See, look, it's like the spin around him is back again. Brilliant. Will he ever go away?
I heard that you came on and I done something else, so I will go back and listen. Is that a new thing, or?
Yeah, I was unaware of it because obviously there's a podcast out there on it. It's quite good, and I do remember it. Joe Ward, he's a survivor himself. He's a really nice guy, but he doesn't take you much away, and I don't tend to ask. So
I forgot. John's in the broom cupboard again there. Oh, sorry, that's my phone clicking off now. Yeah. So he's back in his broom cupboard.
He just said that he had encountered terrible abuse, and he put together quite a factually based documentary, they call them, don't they? On ritual abuse. And
I've done something with him in the past, but not on that. His specific subject was satanic.
Yeah. And I'm working on for a documentary for a film company at the moment. We've been on it for a couple of years now, and it's still ritual abuse. Now, it's been slow progress, but we've had some massive results in the last few months, and we actually think we might now have some tangible evidence of his existence. I've got to go and see.
Jesus Christ! Every device is going off here. Come on, it's like gone 5 o'clock. I'm not well. I'm not even supposed to be taking calls or anything, but I have been. What's he saying? Sorry.
An outreach worker next week who's actually got some evidence. So we brought a lady.
He's actually thinks he's found someone who's got some evidence for SRA. So he's been touting this all around for absolutely years and years. What did we work it back to? That it was sort of 2014, was it, the Bill Maloney thing with Wedger, or was it after that? I think it was around then. So he's been doing that with not a single bit of tangible evidence. We do remember Jeanette Archer, don't we? Yep. Brought to us like that was facts, and it was all just a great big pile of rubbish and lies and deceit and grifting and ego.
Over from the continent last weekend, and her story.
So he's now shipping people in from the continent. Which continent would that be?
Oh my word, it's just when you think you've heard it all, then and she's a resolved individual, so mentally she's very stable. She's got no criminal convictions. She's got no intention of getting a criminal conviction either. Very nice lady. Again, I can't disclose her name, but her testimony.
Of course, can't disclose her name. And she needs to be keeping away from you then, because if she's been through anything, you are not the person to be around, Mr. Wedger.
It does involve a member of the government.
Oh, a member of the government. Of course it does. Of course it does. Queen, Prince Philip, Prince Andrew, Prince Charles, an old Prime Minister. I mean, are they dead? Do we reckon they're dead? I mean, most of the people they've spoke about, they're dead. I mean, John Wedger, he won't tell us who his inspectors were and all the rest of it, who didn't act on anything. Why is that? Because they're not dead.
We've heard it all before, but there's a pattern, you see, and it emerges all the time. So,
oh yes, there is a pattern. There is a pattern. So you're going to bring. Is this a new cast member? Because I was disappointed in the Archer, your last cast member. She promised us 9-foot lizards running riot after Halloween. Not a thing happened. We've had Isabella that you bought us with the spinning vag. I mean, where's she gone? What's happened to her? Pastor Patrick, I've seen his pillar of fire blooming live things. He talks in tongues. I'm not sure Wayne Fox hasn't been indoctrinated into there. Like, what's going on now? New cast members. Why don't you just resurrect Vicky Ash? I mean, like, at this point in the proceedings, does it really matter? This was all about grifting and getting your face known, and because you've still, John, on your Facebook page, you've still got yourself down as a public figure, which you absolutely are not. Has come out of your own mouth that you're a household name and an influencer, which you are not.
When anyone says a victim of satanic abuse, I can pretty much now tell them what they've been through, and I've been quite successful.
Yeah, you probably do tell them what they've been through. Yeah, you probably do tell them. false memory indoctrination, maybe.
in assuming that this went on. You've got to break it down. It's usually intergenerational. So mum and dad will be involved, grandparents. Women have quite a dominant role in which will be.
Oh, here we go. Is he going to have some middle class issues as well as his women issues? Nothing much changes, does it? Oh, intergenerational, the mother and the father and the grandparent. Does this sound like Jeanette Archer? Does it?
Use. I know Joe had some stats. I don't know where he got his stats from because there's no real, because it's not recognised as a statute offence as an aggravating factor to rape or to kidnap or to torture. So it's difficult to gauge it. And the victims are quite easy.
So where did he get the stats from then? So there's no way of knowing. And again, folks, I am not saying that this type of shit doesn't go down. There's a gross person out there who's got a kink for everything. But what I'm saying is, it's not like how this sicko has it in his mind, and it's not rampant like he makes out, because by his own mouth, he said that all CSA is satanic, and it clearly damn well isn't, is it?
Discredited, and there never really is any evidence. Sometimes there is biological evidence of it, but you will get the child will be tortured from an early age, will be sexualized from an early.
Oh, here he goes. He's getting off on it again. He loves this, doesn't he? If he gets really bad, I'm going to skip it.
Yeah, so they'll prepare the child sexually, mentally for it, and it is a ritual, so it is a spiritual belief. So there is deity worship in there, and a lot of people say I don't believe it. Well, to be honest, I'm not interested in what people believe. This is ancient.
See, he doesn't care what anyone believes. He doesn't care about having tangible evidence. He just cares about his own self.
This predates Christianity. This goes back to very old times of Genesis, Babylonia, Sumeria, and it's real, and it is very real.
It's exactly in the name.
It's in the name. And the Bible says we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, and realms of darkness. And this is what you're dealing with. And I mean, there are billions of people on this earth who believe in some sort of spiritual being, so it can't be a nonsense. And it benefits people. So the family will have an allegiance to Satan, Lucifer, the demons I've heard mentioned, Satan, Lucifer, Moloch, Baal, Bacchus. Bacchus is crops up a lot. Bacchus is a Roman god of debauchery and all sorts of bits and pieces. So so there'll be a ritual demonic element to it. And the job of the practitioners of Satanism is to do the bidding of the demons, to ask the demons for help and to get the demons a home, because demons are, they're beings without a body, as it were,
This does really sound like all the other old rubbish he's come out with. Do you remember when he wasn't he making places a crime scene and was going to be solving a missing child case from 2 missing children, and it was going to be all over the news? And no, what happened with that, John? Nothing again? Nothing? Was it just like you spewing with the viewing on the roof?
People find it hard, don't they, John? To put it into context, people find it hard to believe that devil worship actually exists. Do you know where
I find it hard to believe that this lot still support Wilfred Wong. That's what I find hard to believe. I find hard to believe that John Wedger has never addressed the fact that he brought Jeanette Archer to us, and it turned out, to say she's crazy is the least of it, but the proof of all the lies that he was happy to go along with for months and months and months. So that was what a great detective he was. He was happy to bring that person on, talk in the most disgusting ways, allow her to talk in the most disgusting ways without any due diligence whatsoever or any detective work. Because this whistleblowing detective here, no, not really. Person who hooked up with Bill Maloney. Bill Maloney, the liar, goes on Richard Hall, goes on other things and says he was fortunate enough. He was not a victim of CSA in the care system, but when there's a sniff of money, comes out with something completely different. Just look at who he surrounds himself with. The shade around them.
Well, I do, but then if we look at countries I've been in, there's a good percentage of the population that believes in voodoo, which is exactly the same.
Yeah.
So you've got voodoo, which again is the worship of dark deities. We see a lot of similarities between the water spirits, what they class as the Mani water, and then if we look at the biblical spirits,
That's Pastor Patrick.
water, we've got Leviathan. They're the same thing. Bilal, Baal, they're the same. I think they believe in the same demons, and they all have different jurisdictions. So you'll have the high level, then the lower level, and then have the commanders underneath, which all have their little armies and their legions. Ultimately, they all answer to the devil. They're called upon for many reasons, and it's usually involving money. child pornography is very much governed by the satanic ritual abusers. So as well as the satanic rituals that are performed, on the side side, the children use the child porn, which brings in huge revenue. Snuff movies.
Oh, whoa. Oh, God. So sick mind. He's still okay to talk. He loves talking like this. I'm not sure now. I think I'm going to skip him a few minutes. He's on one. Let's hope he stopped talking like that now.
Yeah, so I retired from the Metropolitan Police in 2017. That was after a 4-year battle to get out of the force because I'd spoken out about cover-ups involving.
Does he? He's with Alan Merry and some other bloke. Like, do we really need his history again?
Deliberate cover-ups of child prostitution within London, and that caused.
Nope, still using that. Oh yeah, because he knows it offends people, but he'll still keep saying that when there is actually no such thing. It is CSA, CSA and exploitation. But no, he'll use that word with reference to a child, knowing that it really upsets people. But he doesn't care. We remember, it's just semantics.
A lot of problems with the police. They wanted to silence me. I refused to be silenced. And then there was a 3-year bullying campaign, which really would have ended up in my imprisonment, my kids going into care back then, and also the loss of my home as well. Sorry about this. I'm doing two things.
We're working. That's what I tried to do. Stream with us, but at the end of the day, they tried to tell you because you got so successful in what you was doing. They turned around and told you basically to shut the fuck up, didn't they?
Yeah, they warned me. I was warned. That it can never get out. This can never get out. I'll be chained to the walls, and that I didn't have a clue how deep I was and what I was dealing with. And back then, I didn't. I didn't fully understand. I didn't think that any institution would be so sinister. But
I can't listen to this shit again. We've heard it 8,000 times. Let's just see if he stopped that. We don't need to hear it again.
Cases will, and the pro-satanic groups will get onto their agents and
they swamp them. They swamp them with messages.
They do. Yeah.
To be honest with you, we can get an absolute nobody, invited on here, an absolute like myself, an absolute nobody invited, and half a dozen people will stick their fucking oar in because they can't help themselves, because they've got fuck all else going on in their lives.
Oh, he sounds like a nice, aggressive chap. Fit right in there.
Don't do that. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about that? Absolute fucking bollocks, chap. Absolute shit.
Yeah. No. If people are telling other people to err on the side of caution with John Wedger, it's because there is an awful lot out there that this guy has never addressed, will never address. And so if you're a vulnerable person, it is only right that you are advised so that you can see everything to make a decision. Because we know how these types trigger people.
Yeah, and this is a problem because they've got unresolved mental health problems, and they spend their days just trawling through, and they are trolls. What does a troll do? It's a freak of nature that lives under a bridge.
To be honest with you, mate, to be honest with you, John, I wouldn't even give them the title of troll. They're backward, cockwomble, half-wit, moist fuckers. That's what they are.
They're
oh, nice. He's a really pleasant person. A lot of the people that John Wedger is talking about here actually used to support him and follow him, a little bit like the Archer clan, where they all turn on each other. So is he saying that about Jeanette Archer then? Because she went for him. Is he saying that about Nikki Cooper? Because she went for him. Is he saying that about Lou Dickens? Because she's went for him. Who else has there been? That's just in his little circle that I know about. There's way more than that. Way more than that. But now and a lot of these people had been through, well, apart from Archer and like them ones, the spokesmen, but like behind the scenes, a lot of the people that he's gone for, who've tried to stand up for themselves and go, no, it was just wrong what happened, actually were victims.
They're fucking absolutely fucking more retarded than retarded.
And actually, when you do meet one, that you said, what was even wrong about?
He just said that. What? He didn't. Sorry, there's that little dog again. It's always off to the. But he didn't just say that, did he?
People, but it can't be just about child abuse. That's the stipulation, and which is good. But I've got some phenomenal guests lined up. A couple of celebrities. Again, I'm not going to mention them until they're out because as soon as the names get out, these nutcases will work.
Celebrities. Oh God. Oh dear.
And the pro-satanic groups will get onto their agents and
they swamp them with messages.
They do.
To be honest with you, we can get an absolute nobody, invited on here, an absolute like myself, an absolute nobody invited, and half a dozen people will stick their fucking oar in because they can't help themselves, because they've got fuck all else going on in their lives. Oh, don't get on there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about that? Absolute fucking bollocks, El chat. Absolute shit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And this is a problem because they've got unresolved mental health problems, you know, and they spend their days just trawling through. And they are trolls, you know. What does a troll do? You know, it's a freak of nature that lives under a
To be
bridge.
honest with you, mate. To be honest with you, John, I wouldn't even give them the title of troll. They're backward, cockwomble, half-wit, moist fuckers. That's what they are.
They're retarded. And
They're fucking absolute.
He did. He said that. Who uses that word now? Oh God.
Fucking more retarded than retarded.
Oh, he's in good company with this one, isn't he? What lovely terminology there. The intelligence and empathy is just shining through.
Oh. And actually, when you do meet one, you know, that you sort of what was even wrong about that? They're weirdos.
When you meet one of these people that I can't. Oh.
You never come on. You never get a real name. They'll never challenge you even on a live. You know what I mean? They can just click the little cross in the corner and switch themselves off.
And the classic that, Dave, let me just come in a sec, Dave. The classic that was we had Darren Webster on with us last Friday.
Yeah.
And Darren, I mean, had people in tears on the show when we were talking with Darren last week, had me in tears. And Darren's story always gets to me anyway. And what a great fella, what a brilliant fella.
Yeah.
But he still suffers. And even with him sitting talking to us, after a while, he couldn't sit any longer because of what happened to him. You know, because he was anally raped and things like that. And the things that happened to him.
Oh.
And it's caused him the internal bleeding that he still suffers to this very, very day. It was so heartfelt and heart-wrenching listening to him.
Well, this is where, you know, what we set out to do and pay dividends, because we need to go into dark realms.
Yeah.
You need to get people out of the comfort zone and realise if you're going to sexually abuse a little boy, a grown man is going to permanently damage that boy's anus.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's getting off on one now. You can see why him and Alan Merritt get along. Right, I'm skipping. We know how he goes now. He's going to go into sickness and graphic detail. Not having that.
I mean, what he's got to do, because I've done these walking endurance things, and they're hard going, and he can't deviate from his practice. If he deviates to people's houses, he can be adding 30 miles to his day. Physically, it's not possible. So it needs to be an accommodation that is on his route.
Yeah, that's what she said. If she lets him know, like if he's, I don't know, if he's going through Hull, for instance, yeah, on the A, whatever it is, then whatever Premier Inn or Travel Lodge or whatever it is along that route, if he lets her know, I'll be there for 5 o'clock on the 8th or whatever it is, sort of thing, she will book that accommodation for him for the evening. And then he can have a nice shower, have a relax. We did the same. I don't know if you know Chris McGlade. Chris McGlade's a fantastic author. He's a brilliant comedian. He came and did a do for me and Clive when we were doing the Gurkhas. He got on the train from Redcar, where he lives, and came down on a Saturday morning, did a poem for the Gurkhas.
That's brilliant.
And he read that poem out. John Pete travelled down from Barnsley with a PA system, so that Chris had a PA system that he could deliver it on, and then he got back on the train and went back to.
Well, I'm just going to get a bit of paper. I'm going to make some notes, because I think we need to have some sort of
all these people that we know, John, will put all this out for us on their social media. Chris McGlade went through 2 years of hell during lockdown. In the first lockdown, he walked solo from Redcar to Downing Street to deliver a letter and a poem to Boris Johnson. And his MP met him outside number 10 on the Saturday morning. Obviously, it took him a few days to walk down. And again, people could see what route he was taking because he was doing lives en route. And every time he stopped somewhere, someone booked him into a travel lodge or a holiday inn.
Yeah, I think if we can do it. I mean, I had it on the canal thing, although I didn't publish my route specifically because I just didn't want the morons. But
no. What you do, John, is you do it the day of your walk. When you do a live stream, there you go. Calling good fellow Wayne. I live in Staffordshire. I'd gladly pay for a night for Darren's route. Yeah, Darren's route. So what you do is you live stream it during the day of where you're going. You'll know roughly what time you're going to be at your final destination for that day, and that's when someone.
Oh look, John's got his pen and paper out now. He can see an opportunity for a bit of a grift here, where he won't have to put his hand in his pocket for travel lodge or anything like that. Is John doing this? I guess he must be if he's putting on Facebook that he's training for it. We've been here before.
Either within that route might offer an accommodation in their house, or they'll book him accommodation. So that can be easily done. If you contact Matt, who's our head of admin, he'll organise that so that we can watch your live streams and we'll put it out everywhere so you get plenty of coverage. I mean, Darren's show on Friday, I believe, is over 1,800 views just on Facebook alone without the other social media that's gone out. Wake Up UK, we normally get 1,100 views on that over a period of about a week. So it will go out there. There's plenty of coverage. We've now got Paul Bogey, I must fucking say it right because he gets the
Oh God, Wake Up UK. Oh, I haven't looked into them for quite some time. Wasn't that the Mark Steele thing?
Paul Bogey, who's Heroin's a Hero. Paul Bogey was 18 years a heroin addict and came off of heroin and joined the Scots Guards, became guardsman, very successful as well. Paul's written a book called Heroin's a Hero. He's on the Fringe from the 5th of August for the whole every day through the whole of the Edinburgh Fringe he's on. Chris McGlade's doing it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you'd like to come on my show, it'd be an interesting.
Definitely. Listen, Paul's on here now. Paul's listening on here now. He's in the chat, and I can guarantee you Paul will come on your show.
Yeah, our studio is in central London, and you know, and what I've said to the broadcasting company is that
I really hope he doesn't.
in no way, that'd be nice. In no way will I promote crime. So unlike, and I'm not berating him, Sean's a lovely bloke, but he gets some people in there and they tend to be pro-crime. James English does the same.
Well, to be honest with you, just to let you know, you know what you were talking about
Paul,
earlier?
just hang in there, John.
Yeah,
John.
Paul, we'll be in touch. Alan can pass my details on, and I'd love to invite you down to Central London.
Yeah.
When we start in June, we start filming because just anything like that where people turn their lives around, inspirational, fantastic.
Yeah, and so we'll sort that out for you because what Paul
Also, he's not back in June, so if they're not, he's not going to start filming until June. Takes a while for these to come out once they're edited and all the rest of it. Okay.
does is every penny that he earns on his book, yeah, and he's
We might be spared the bank holiday weekend then without John's presence. Good to know. Good to know. But somehow, I don't know. I've got a feeling.
upwards of 13 grand now just on his book sales alone. He wrote it himself during lockdown and published it himself.
Brilliant.
And all that money he sorts out the homeless in Scotland. That's his aim in life is to try.
See, look, he's a decent person, so he raises money and gives it all away. Whereas John was sending photographs of his personal bank card for people to donate to him. And then when he was asked about his accounts and to account for where all this money went, he said, F you, it's none of your effing business. I can see a difference between these characters.
His best, as much as he can, is to eliminate homeless in Scotland. That's his main aim. So that's what Paul's background is for that. He does a lot of talks in prisons about heroin and drug abuse in general, and he does the schools as well. So yes, very good contact. But what you were saying about James English, I know James English a bit because a few more pals have been on the show. Paul contacted lots of different celebrity type people, and he was lined up to go on the James English show, to talk about his story, and people put the spoke in.
Yeah, this is a problem, and I can speak to Sean. Alan and myself know Sean. He may well probably entertain him. Exactly, he's got a thick skin where it comes to controlling. He doesn't seem to, but some people they're very precious.
Yeah, that's where this platform works, John. Right? Because we've got our fingers in so many pies now. Yeah, they can't stop us. We've even got our fucking toes in them now. Do you understand me?
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Alan Merritt, I know you've got a lot going on in your personal life, and I would wish nothing bad to happen to any of your friends or family. But we seem to have a little problem going on with Company's House, don't we, with the beach home thing? Might need to have a look at that, fella. Otherwise, you're not going to look that great either. And of course, there's investigation in the background going on as to what the actual problem is there that's showing for all to see on Company's House. I'm just not feeling at my top banana best that I'm just not putting the hours in at the moment. Just not putting the hours in.
No, and that's right. And the thing is, just to play on, there's a group called the Grey Faction, and they're a satanic group, and they've been attacking what they call the top 10 Satan hunters. So there was a guy called Russ Disdar, an American. Sean doesn't want me. Well, don't worry, I love you. Don't worry, you're love with us, Paul. So,
listen, once he's done the Edinburgh Fringe, he'll tell me it's Tony MacGyver who's doing his show for him. He's got a big production company behind him, that will make those people's production companies look like fucking Mickey Mouse outfits. They will be begging him to come on, and that's when he'll say to me, "I'll come on for a fucking fee." That's it.
But no, there's this one group, and they put me up as one of their top 10 people to take down, and it's like a global campaign by these satanic groups. One of them was Wilfred Wong.
Oh no! Good God, what is he talking about? Wilfred Wong is a victim of this. If these are so awful, these people, and there's so many of them, would he not be gone if he was on the top 10 list of Satan hunters to take down? Do me a favour, John, stop making it up. Anyone can make a list up and put it on the internet. Doesn't mean it's real, does it? Someone's got it in for you, and it's an organised thing. You never know about it. You just would never know about it. He'd just rate himself.
Now he's in prison. Another one was the bloke called Russ Disdar, who died in a bizarre car accident last year. And now they put me, so they're just out with their daggers. But you know what? They don't frighten me. I believe in Lord Jesus.
They won't come on here. Come on here, you fucking knobs. They won't come on here. Guarantee you.
And they're very bizarre people. They're pedophiles, and that's that. They're pedophiles.
Oh my God. See, this is the standard with these types. If you call them out or you ask them anything, you're either, well, actually now it would look like you're a Satanist, and a P word. How loosely this man chucks that type of accusation around. With no evidence, of course, but then the SA thing, he's just told us, hasn't he, that at last he thinks he might have found someone with tangible evidence of SRA. Just throw it out there. That's the standard thing. You're just a satnic or a protector. It really is awful.
And that's part.
Because really, these people are being called out because Wilfred Wong was just not right, for so many reasons, and he's in prison because he deserves to be there. He's been found guilty. John Wedger gets called out not because of his belief in God or anything like that. No, grifting. Most people who call out John Wedger are calling him out and putting a cloud on him because he has absolutely told so many lies and has refused to be honest and open. That's it. No other reason. Nobody calls him a P word. Nobody calls him anything else. No, he just gets called a grifter. But of course, if you point these sort of like massive holes out in his story, or the fact that no one knows where the money went, of course, you're a P word and a Satanist. I mean, come on, Inspector Gadget. It's just no way to be, is it?
Their thing is destroying the lives of children. So
yeah. Well, they're welcome to come and have a go any fucking time they like. Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and even on the fucking weekends, I'll do a special show for them.
I mean, this is something that we've always discussed. Is that with the survivor community is the infighting. If they can get over that,
yeah,
work,
exactly.
you know what
John, you set half of the infighting off. Behave yourself.
an unbelievable force.
To be honest with you, John, the numbers of fucking idiots out there that cause problems is fucking tiny in comparison.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
And unfortunately, especially I've fallen for this. I listen to them.
No, you surrounded yourself with them. You surrounded yourself with these people.
I'm not listening to them anymore. Their voice is silent as far as I'm concerned. And their comments, yeah. I just ignore them. That is the only way to deal with these people. To ignore them.
He really does not ignore them. He does not ignore them. He says he ignores them, and then he just can't. He can't.
Fucking echo chamber. Yeah, just ignore them. They don't exist. But that's why we've got to show solidarity for Darren. We can't have anyone interrupting what he's doing. No. I know that there's one guy will stand over him for a partner.
Well, you've got a good crowd of people behind you now, John. You've got a good little team around you, haven't you?
I've got a nice little firm, and we've got a couple of real solid.
Nice little firm. There you go, you. 1980s and 1990s would like their gang terminology back, please.
Guys as well, so it's good, it's all right, but everything now I do keep it on a low, but I'm absolutely, my record it's gone absolutely crazy, but I've fallen foul to all sorts. I mean, last year, someone tried to poison me. I had someone.
Oh no, not the chicken foot again. Oh no, not the chicken foot. He's gonna
curses against me. They were going to get things from Oh my!
Chicken in the sandpit or something.
Oh, that's talent. I've had dead animals outside my house. With tokens outside my house with symbols on them.
Has he ever photographed any of this? Now I have got some photos of some weird shit that's gone down here, but knowing what he's like, no, don't. He'll start staging it himself. He'll be like a chicken drumstick outside on his doormat, and that'll be chicken nugget there. They're going to get me. Please behave yourself. It's probably just weirdos John winding you up if it's real. I won't worry about it. Somebody tried to poison you. I mean, that's a big accusation to make. Did you just have a bad burger or something?
Somebody was sigils and they were stealing stuff from the graveyard and doing things against me. And then I got my food was being poisoned by someone who I trusted, and I got quite ill. But they're just snakes.
How does he know that? How does he know that? He's got. Wasn't he telling us he was getting forensics and all that to excavate some land where he was going to find missing children that had been missing forever and stuff like that? So he's making this bold accusation that someone was poisoning his food. Did he get that sent off to a lab? Did he go to the police station? Did he even... You could go up to any of the universities and they've got science parks. Pretty much all of them have got science parks. You could go into the management there and ask them where the labs are. They're businesses and you can pay for it. What is wrong with him?
It's total and utter snake. It's unbelievable.
You've had your fair share of what I've seen all over the years.
Yeah.
They're taking pictures of your work and videos of your work, your home, of your kids' cars, everything. They've got your family into it, and there's no need for all that shit.
No, they're just weirdos. They're just out and out freaks, But you're right, there's spineless people. I mean, I've been doing quite a bit with the traveller community.
Yeah.
again, I'm not going to go too much in there. The ones I've been working with, I've got the utmost respect, and they've actually invited me onto a site. I've been onto travel sites, and
Paddy Doherty just lost his brother, didn't he, a couple of days ago?
yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'll take that as yeah. But it's interesting. I'm going to try and get an elder from the travelling community onto the show to talk about their community, and this lot, they're so upfront.
Yeah, they're interesting people. Very
upfront. And this guy was telling me, how he was brought up, and he said I was brought up to steal. I was brought up to do this, and and he said it's wrong, and this level of honesty that's coming out of this guy is phenomenal. And I spent quite a lot of time with him now, and I must admit we were laughing because I was on the site. They invited me to dinner, and they said, if our community is going to know that detective, we're going next detective, but was on one of our caravans having dinner, it would have happened, and I said, well, same. My colleagues would have known that I'm sitting with travellers on this, likewise, but. It's just breaking down their boundaries, and their community is under attack. They're suffering the same problems as all of us are suffering. All our community is suffering. They're losing their kids to computers. They're being stuck behind just playing their games and not learning their crafts, and their whole sort of history and their wisdom is going because their kids aren't interested. We're seeing our society breaking down. And
Right, I'm feeling a bit rubbish. Right, I'm going to timestamp this for myself. I'm just actually going to make a little note of it. We're going to do this in 2 parts. That's more than enough of this madness. Anyway, look after your lovely selves. Let's get rid of it. Look after your lovely selves, and I'll catch up with you again soon. If I do a live, it's probably more than likely going to be in the mornings because I don't feel as ropey in the morning. So I'll see how we're going tomorrow, and I might jump on in the morning for half an hour or whatever, and we'll have a coffee together. All right. Anyway, look after yourselves. Take care. Bye bye.